Hey guys, Jackie. Welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be doing a full face of favorites. First things first, skin prep. I've been loving these products in my nighttime skincare routine. The first one being the Snail Mucin from CosRX. She has showed up in a few of my other favorites videos, but I just love this so much. Especially with dry caramel skin, I love this. I wake up with baby smooth skin, feeling really hydrated. You do have to apply it onto damp skin, so I usually go in with like a facial mist and then this on top. Another thing that I've been loving recently, specifically for blemishes, is this e.l.f. acne gel stick. I love this stuff so much. I love that it's a roller ball, so it's super easy to apply. As you can tell, this one is completely empty, but I always have a spare. I love this stuff so much that I actually signed up for their subscription, so I get these delivered to me every 2 months or so. Super convenient. Now you guys know me, I always struggled with dark under eyes, and I've been really loving this Clinique eye cream. This is actually my second jar because I love it that much. This is the Clinique All About Eyes Rich Eye Cream, and it's supposed to reduce circles and puffs. I typically rotate between this one and the CosRX one, but I do like the consistency of this one way better. The consistency is slightly thicker. It's kind of like a cream versus the CosRX one, which is like a serum base. This is part of my nighttime skincare routine, but I also do love how it wears under my concealers. It smooths over the skin so well. Next up is this sleeping mask. I have been loving this so much recently. I love using this stuff as the last step in my nighttime skincare routine, especially on those days where I need a little bit more moisture. There are two ways that you can use this. You could use it as like a sleeping mask where you wear overnight, or you could use it as like a 15-minute face mask. The reason why I like using this as the last step in my skincare is because it's supposed to trap the moisture from all of your other serums and other steps. It also comes with a spatula, which is so convenient. The consistency of this is a little hard to describe. It is super gooey but like watery at the same time. It is super fluid, so be careful not to knock it over because it will spill everywhere. I usually go in with one thin layer and then I'll just sleep in it. In the morning, after my usual face wash, my skin will still feel really hydrated and plump, and I love that. Now segueing into makeup, I've been really loving this duo recently, especially as we're getting warmer. This has been my most recent favorite SPF. It is the Ethnicity Daily UV Defense Sunscreen with SPF 36. I've been using this since high school and I just love it so much. It doesn't really leave a white cast, which is something that I really appreciate, especially for my tanner days. Now, as you guys all know, I love being a golden goddess, and I have been really loving this recently. These are the e.l.f. bronzing drops, and I have it in the shade Pure Gold. I've been using this religiously every single day, and I just love it so much. It adds the perfect amount of glow, and it gives no makeup. I did do a more in-depth video of this recently, so I'll leave it down below as well as a card up there. So every time I go out, I do mix these together. I put a dollop of each onto the back of my hand, and then I just mix it up and apply. You do want to make sure that you're mixing it in really well because the bronzing drops on its own can be quite streaky. Also, when you're applying it, make sure you're rubbing it in circular motions to really get rid of any streaks, or else you look stupid. Because we're working with a lot of wet/cream products today, I really like going in with a hydrating setting spray. I recently picked this up, but I've been loving it. This is the e.l.f. Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. I like to use this as a base layer before the rest of my makeup. I feel like my makeup stays on a lot better. Also, because it's so hydrating, I feel like it fills in my dry patches. That way, when I put cream products on top, it doesn't really settle. Again, e.l.f., I know I've said this before, but please make a jumbo size because I've been running out of this so quickly. Next up is my Holy Grail concealer. This is the Tower 28 Serum Concealer. I rave about this in every single of my videos. I just can't find a better alternative. I really like how it wears under the eye, especially if you have dry skin like I do. The concealer with this eye cream, phenomenal. I typically like to apply this with a sponge, but when it does get a little creasy, you can just press it away with your fingertips, which is why I love the serum concealer. You can always just touch it up on the go. Moving along, we're going into contour. This has been my trusty dusty contour palette for like the longest time now. I just love how creamy and blendable all these shades are. Starting off, I'm going in with this lighter shade just to really give a nice even bronze. I go in with a pretty dense angled brush. I just find that it applies so much better that way. I've been loving doing a kissy face for my bronzer. I feel like it applies my bronzer in all the right places. Next, I'm going in with the darker shade and really focusing it in the hollows of my cheek. I only recently started doing my bronzer this way. I feel like it gives me a pretty natural bronze contour. Again, it's giving no makeup. Next up is blush, and I have been loving this so much. More so now that we're getting into the warmer season. This is the Patrick Ta blush. I love the packaging, but I hate how it's like a finger magnet. You can see all of my dusty fingerprints on it, which is disgusting. I have this in a shade She's Blushing, and honestly, she's blushing. I feel like this is the perfect mauve shade for my skin tone, but on a cheek I feel like it comes off a little more cool tone pinkish. I don't apply it the same way that Patrick Ta taught us with the cream on top of the powder. I just go straight into the cream with a dense brush. I also make the kissy face for this. I feel like when I apply it like this, I don't over blush. With the excess, I like to go over my nose as well as the eyelids because my eyelids are very veiny. Adding this minimal amount of blush will really tighten the whole look. Now, to set all of our face products, I do like to go in with a mattifying setting spray. This is because I get oilier throughout the day, so I want to start off with a more matted face. This is the one that I've been loving. She's also on subscription. This is the e.l.f. Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist, and it's supposed to make your makeup last up to 16 hours. I really like the nozzle on this. It's super fine. I do like to set the face before my mascara because I feel like sometimes it makes my mascara run. So for the eyes, I have been loving this combo. Both of these are from Maybelline, shocker. The first one that I always go with is this Sky High in Waterproof. Anything waterproof holds my curls a lot better, so I like going in with this first. Just one even light coat. Then for volume, I'll go in with this second one. This is the Falsy Lash Lift, and honestly, it does give the falsy effect. I really like the bristles on the wand. It coats every lash really well. Also really like the formula. It doesn't clump my lashes. On the note of lashes, you guys all know that I do DIY lash lifts. I recently got this kit from Amazon, and it's a 5-minute perm, which is super convenient. The only difference between this kit and the normal one that I use is that each step is individually packaged. If you guys remember from my older lash perming video, there is 1 jar of perming solution and 1 jar of a cleanser. In this one, there is 5 of every step. There is 5 perming solutions, 5 cleansers, 5 essences, and so on and so forth. I like this a lot better for hygienic reasons. I got this from watching Seichu's TikTok. She was saying how when you expose a perming solution to oxygen, it starts to lose its effect. So yes, you do get a bigger bottle by buying the other set, but it will lose its effect and then not really perm anymore. So I'm really happy that I switched to this one. Another plus is that this only takes 5 minutes versus when I used to do them previously, it would literally take me like over an hour because every step is 20 minutes. This is actually the second time that I've permed my lashes with this new set, and the first perm lasted a little over a month. I would say about 5-ish, 6 weeks before I had to touch it up. Now, final step for the face is actually setting powder. This has been my holy grail powder since like forever. The Makeup Revolution translucent powder. The packaging of that is just horrendous, so I bought this packaging off of Amazon, and it makes it so easy to dispense. I take the most minimal amount of powder on a really fluffy brush, and even then I would tap off the excess. I like to focus it mainly in the T-zone, so forehead for sure. Then I like to bring it down to the middle of my nose. I don't really like powdering the center of my nose because the powder sometimes sits in a crack and it makes it look so crusty. So what I'll do is I'll take whatever's left on the brush and then I'll lightly go over the nose. I also like to set the under eye just very lightly. So again, I'm just taking whatever is left on the brush and I like to sweep it underneath the eyes. Then I'll take a little bit more powder and kind of just sweep it underneath the bronzer and contour. Essentially, I only want the cream bronzer and blush to look glowy. Everywhere else, I would like to set to be a little bit more matte. Last but not least, lipstick. You guys all know me. I'm typically a lip gloss girly, but I've just been loving this one a lot recently. This is the Charlotte Tilbury in Pillow Talk 2 Medium. This is the perfect shade for me and it's super lightweight. Formula is creamy but powdery at the same time. It also has really good pigment, so I don't go in with a heavy coat. It also wears super well. I haven't noticed it seeping into the cracks of my lips, which is a plus. Especially on windier days, I like going in with this lipstick because my hair hair tends to get caught in lip glosses, and that's super disgusting. Also, look at how cute and compact this is. It literally fits into my tiniest purses. So that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll leave all of the items mentioned down below so you guys can check it out. This video is not sponsored whatsoever. I just really like these products. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.